Okay, we said last time the slope, various ways you can define it. Today, focus on the rise over run aspect to it. Slope is sometimes described, easily, hopefully remembered, as the rise over the run. So we're going to utilize that fact to graph a couple of lines. Just given, we won't know the equation of it like we knew last time, but we are going to know the slope of it and one of its points. So let's talk about one of those. So yeah, let's graph the line with, and this one will have slope 2/3 that goes through negative 5,4. Slope 2/3 that goes through the point negative 5, 4. Okay, well, like I said, in this case we do not have an equation. And so there's not here going to be a table involved or intercepts. We're just going to use this information right here. Well, of course, we know that we need 2 points, and we have 1 point, so we've got half the battle here done. Yeah, so if we know it goes through negative 5, 4, we can certainly make that point up here. So negative 5, 4, quadrant 2, right? All right, right about there. Okay, well, we do need a second point, and the second point we're going to get using the slope is 2/3, m equals 2/3. And as we said, we know the slope is also equivalent to the rise of a run, so what is that slope being 2/3 telling you? Rise is 2, one way we can do it, and run is 3. All right, so the rise, we're going to go up 2, 1, 2, so we're up 2 there. And then the run being 3 tells you which way? To the right 3. So we go 1, 2, 3 over there. And there's our second point, which puts us over, well, it'd be negative 2, and then this here would be 6, wouldn't it? So that point is negative 2, 6. Yeah, doesn't that give us another point? Because that's the way the slope works. It's the rise to the run ratio. So now we've got 2 points. Isn't that enough to graph this line? That's all we had to do. And again, that is another quick check there. It is what's the sign of the slope? Sign is positive slope, and we know positive slope lines should run uphill or downhill. Uphill, so that's a real quick check. It does go uphill, so at least that part of it is looking pretty good. Okay? All right, so what would we do if told us to do this? All right, let's graph the line. Negative 2, 6. Yeah, this point is at negative 2, 6. All right, so let's graph the line with slope negative 3/5. That goes through negative 4, negative 2. Graph the line with the slope negative 3/5 that goes through negative 4, negative 2. Could you do that one? Well, about the same. Go to this point here, negative 4, negative 2. Be down here in quadrant 3. Along about in there. However, slope here now is negative 3/5. And the deal on that is that negative has got to go with one or the other. I usually take it top and say that's a negative 3 over a positive 5. Okay, well, if I do a negative 3 over positive 5, what does that mean? Well, that means my rise is what? My run is what? Well, the rise is going to be negative 3, and the run is going to be positive 5. Okay, well, what does a rise of negative 3 mean, you think? That means we're going to go down. Instead of rising, so to speak, we're going to be falling. Yeah, a negative rise means down. We're going to go downwards. All right, so we're going to go down 3. 1, 2, and 3. So there's our rise of negative 3. And then the run is 5. Now that's a positive 5, so which way is that going to go? Still to the right. Yeah, it's a positive 5, so we are going down because it's a negative rise, but we are going positive run, so it is still to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that, in those two in conjunction there, do make our line, our point, other point, and so that does make our line there look like so. Okay? Now, would it be wrong? I said it has to go one place or the other. Would it be wrong to do a positive 3 over negative 5? No, that wouldn't be wrong. That would change it up a little bit as far as the point goes, but let's see. That would be a rise of positive 3 and a run of negative 5. So that would mean we'd go up, first of all, 1, 2, 3, and then we go negative 5 run, so that would be backwards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get the same line. You'd get a different point, but it would be on the same line. So either way you want to do it, it's perfectly fine. Now, would it be wrong to do both of them negative at the same time? Yes, that would be wrong. Okay. Because if you think about it, negative divided by negative is a positive. That would change it over to a positive slope. We need it to go downhill, a negative slope. And so one or the other, just not both at the same time with the negative. Okay? All right. Got one other here. Let's graph the line. With slope 5, and that goes through 0, 1. Slope 5 that goes through 0, 1. All right, same story. Go to our first point there, 0, 1. Right on the y-axis, isn't it? But now our slope, our m, is 5. What are we going to do with that? We need a rise and a run. We only have one number there. Well, of course, for any number, we can do what with it? Put over 1. Yeah. So if it's a whole number, just put that number over 1, and that'll give you rise and run. So in that case, we are going to run 1. We're going to rise to 5 and run 1. So that would be what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then run of 1, so that would put me right there. Second point. There's my line. Look okay? Any questions or concern?